What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a great day. And if you haven't guessed, I know it's a hard concept right now, but the topic of discussion today is, well, job interviews. Given some of my input, these are things that have worked for me in my past experiences about going on job interviews. I have had several different jobs in this industry. So, guys, with that being said, let's get into this topic. And if you're not familiar with this channel, like, subscribe, share, dislike it, comment, whatever you got to do it. Have fun with it. I like to entertain myself by reading y'all's comments. I haven't been the greatest at getting back to them, I'm trying to do better. But with the topic of job interviews, guys, I'm going to explain this first and foremost before we go any further. My last job interview that I have had, I sat there and told the man that interviewed me, a toolbox has wheels for a reason. Piss me off or do something stupid, speak to me any particular way I do not like, I roll it out. It's not a big deal. There's other jobs out there. He sat there and looked at me. He's like, I have never heard that before. And he's like, thank you for being direct. I'm like, well, I come here to do my job and provide a service for you. I expect that we have an adult type atmosphere here. He was cool with it. Worked out pretty good. So, now that I have a shop of my own with my partners, that's kind of out the window with the whole job interview for me. Maybe one day I'll be doing some other job interviews for other people coming in. Anyways, I digress. But getting into this industry, being whether you're new or you've been around the block, you just kind of want to hear someone else's take on it. This is it. First things first, when you come into an interview, how you dress. Me personally, one of these Dickie shirts is fine. Shows that I'm ready to work. I've worn snap-on shirts to job interviews. I've worn Dickie shirts. I've worn, work pants, work shorts, whatever. I'm not wearing a three-piece suit. Granted, if you work at Ferrari, I don't know how they want to dress, but in the experiences I've had, hey, my time's valuable. You got me from this time to this time. I got a job to go perform. That's it. And it's completely understood. Most shops, they want that. Someone to get to work. Now, I dress for the job I'm applying for. I'm going to be a mechanic. Well, this is what you got. Moving on with that. When you go to meet this person that you're interviewing with, man, woman, child, depends on the day. But shake their hand. Stand up and shake their hand. That's an important thing, guys. Don't sit down in the chair. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time. Come on, stand up. Show who you are. Not only that, guys, I preach pen and paper. Take notes. Bit of advice before you go to the interview, kind of look into the company. There's information out there, I'm sure, on how long it's been around, what they do, how they do it, this, that, the third. That way you can sit there, write stuff down. I know the interviewing process sucks. Oh, do you have any questions? Not that I can think of at this point in time. Go in there with talking points. Oh, so I've seen your company's been in business for the last 27 years, and you guys have done this, this, and this. And this is your current CEO. How is he? Is he a good dude? Is he the type of guy you want to drink with at 7 o'clock in the morning? Little things that throw them off. That way they kind of, this guy's a little out there, but he's kind of funny or he's kind of whatever. Doesn't matter. It's just a job interview. They're not guaranteeing they're hiring you, and you're not guaranteeing that you're going to go work for them. Have fun with it. Don't stress. But take down your notes, write down your information, about the company, and try to go in there with a list of questions for them. What's your safety culture like? What's this like? What's the work environment like? Whatever stupid things you could ask, Not so stupid. Training. What type of training do you provide? Do I get raises for ASE certs? Do I get this or do I get that, or how's this work out? Whatever you can sit there and ask. It shows that you're paying attention and that you're interested Now with that, like I said, you're not guaranteed nothing. You owe them nothing, they owe you nothing. Don't be afraid to stand out. Me, I like to run my mouth. I like to say stupid stuff, and it usually ends up when, me and whoever's interviewing me laughing our rears off, having a grand old time. I like to joke around. I'm serious about work, but that's the thing right there. If you can get to the point where you're memorable, that's a huge thing right there. If you're a likable person and you can sit there and kind of, here's this, and here's my dumb attitude that I have, that may be a good fit. Has worked for me in the past. Just throwing that out there. Now, for the guys that have been in this field for a while, when you bring your resume, and guys, whenever you go into an interview, you should always have an extra copy of your resume, because not all the times has it been sitting at someone's desk. Walking around the shop, come on, let's go walk the yard, let's go walk this, whatever, here's my resume. Oh, okay, cool, you have experience in this. The guys have been doing this for a little bit. You're going to be known. Okay, well, this guy's got 5 years at Mazda, 3 years at, Caterpillar, and blah, 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 all over the map. Now, for my situation, Mr. Joe, why do you have a year over at this company and 2 years at this one and 3 over here and 1 over here? Easiest way to explain it. It's a relationship. That's all a job is anymore. It's a relationship. And you sit there and kind of perk up a little bit. Well, explain. Well, if my preference is I like women. Whatever y'all are into, that's on you. That's cool. But I'm not going to be with someone that treats me like crap. No matter what relationship I'm in, I'm not going to tolerate certain things, and that's it. I'm like, well, you want to go home and get yelled at all day and night? No. Are you eventually getting fed up with it? Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, Mr. Joe. Okay, cool, not a problem. So little things like that, guys, take into consideration if you get asked that question, well, why have you jumped around so much? Now, if you got fired and just do stupid stuff, that's on you. Next up with it being on you, don't oversell yourself, guys. Don't sit there and tell them you're going to be the best tech in the shop, you're God's greatest gift to the world, you're the best technician that's ever graced the Snap-on truck. Don't oversell yourself, because there's going to be a time where you screw yourself. You're going to eat your words and it's going to suck. I am not the best tech in the shop. I am not the best at anything. I'm not the best, person to draw. I'm not the best person to breathe, that type of thing. I'm capable. I will figure it out. And if I do not figure it out, I will find a way to figure it out. And then I will solve the issue. I will make sure it happens. Every day's a learning experience. Last time I checked, the person that's giving the interview is not the perfect person that has walked this earth. So with an answer like that, they'll be more understanding. Like, what, that's a solid thing. So with that, kind of moving on to some deeper subjects here. Money. Don't be the first one to sit there and throw out the dollar amount what you want. Don't do it. Let them sit there and throw the hook out there. You could say no. But you never know, because sometimes you might catch a nice pay raise. That's usually how it goes for me. I'll sit there and, these are my experiences. Well, let's talk about money. Well, let's wait. Let's see how this interaction works out. I'm going to go home, think about it. You can call me up tomorrow afternoon. Well, I'll give you this. Okay, well, that's about $6 more than I wanted. Excellent, thank you. Now, with that being said, with money, food for thought here, guys. Don't throw a round number out there. I want $30 an hour. No, I want $31.53. From what I've read and what I've used before is a solid even number is flexible. It's not set in stone. It's not, I need $31.53 an hour to survive, to just get by and pay my bills. It's more of a calculated number. Something to think about with that, guys. It works. I've Used it with buddies buying cars, used it in job interviews, things of that nature. Usually, for me, never had an issue with that system. Yeah, maybe wrong, but worth a shot, right? So, as far as contacting people, once everything's said and done, if you like them, all that stuff, and you feel like they like you, give it a day, give it 2 days, and then make a phone call. Hey, I'm just checking up with you. What's going on? This, that, the third. If it works out, great. If not, oh well. It's an interview. It's nothing set in stone. You owe them nothing, and they owe you nothing. So just a few thoughts that I have, guys. With that being said, take it easy and keep wrenching, and I'll see you next time.